I don't think our people in Kogi State are foolish. Our people know the fact. Their parents, anyone in the civil service has not been paid for a very long time. Pensioners not being paid. The Kogi story is a story of, sadness.
The Kogi governorship elections in the 4 months, and so far we have had over a dozen aspirants contesting for the position of governor. Today we are here to speak to one of the key contenders, Prince Mustapha Audu. Join us as we speak to him.
I'm running because I believe that I'm qualified to run for this office. I believe my experience in the field of entrepreneurship in Nigeria, especially the Nigerian market, has exposed me to doing business, the business atmosphere, understanding interaction between government and her people. These are the qualities that have qualified me for this office. But also being Late Prince Abubakar Audu's son, who was by far the greatest ever politician and leader in Kogi State, is an advantage for me to take, because I spent years under his tutelage. I spent years understanding his vision for the people, and his method of politicking, which was always grassroots. So I think all of this is an advantage for me to use, rather than say that is why. But the reason I am running is simply because I have the capacity and the experience needed to run an office like this. What happened in Kogi State was not a case of either a young person or a male or whatever. What it is when you don't work for something, you don't know the value of it. He didn't do the work for this. There are many people that were involved in this whole process, building up APC, especially in Kogi State, and he was never part of it. So for him to come and to deliver on promises he never made, it's impossible. This is why the government has not performed, not out of age. When I say I have capacity, I simply mean that I understand the intricacies needed to move a state like Kogi forward. A lot of people say Kogi State is a civil service state. This shows a complete failure in leadership. Kogi State, like any other state, has the potential to be one of the greatest states in Nigeria and even project itself beyond the shores of Nigeria. It simply needs a leader that has the capacity to transform the resources available to the benefit of the people. I have that experience in my work, in my field of expertise. I have worked, like I said, in the Nigerian market, in entrepreneurship, from real estate to mining, to agriculture, sports, cleaning. These are the exact fields needed to transcend the fortunes of Kogites and to build up Kogi State. Kogi State is the richest state in Nigeria in terms of mineral resources, with 31 in commercial quantity. So my mining background will be essential in transforming the mining sector. Kogi State has the best alluvial soil in Nigeria, potential to grow. Its largest grower of cassava, cashew, a lot of other products and agricultural products. So my background in agriculture helps me to understand this potential and the ability to exploit it for the benefit of the people. Likewise, sports and other sectors. This is why I feel I'm qualified, as well as the tutelage I've gotten over the years from Late Prince Abubakar Audu. I think, like all Kogites, we want our voices to be heard, and the only kind of primaries that allows for the voice of the people to be heard is direct primaries. I am in complete support of direct primaries, likewise every other well-meaning APC stakeholder. But I dare say that whether it's direct or indirect, we look forward to defeating Yahaya Bello at the primaries. First of all, delivering 25 out of 25 House of Assembly has to be looked at in the way it is. It is not an achievement. This goes pari passu with lack of payment of salaries, poor health care, bad quality of education, no infrastructure whatsoever. So what are you talking about? Are you talking about leadership or running an election for other people? We have the Bauchi situation where every member in Bauchi was elected under the platform of the APC except the governor. I don't think our people in Kogi State are foolish. Our people know the fact. Their parents, anyone in the civil service has not been paid for a very long time. Pensioners not being paid. The Kogi story is a story of, sadness. And unfortunately, that's the curse of the youth. So I think everyone is aware of this. You're a reporter. If you Google, you will see that Kogi State it's in a very bad situation right now. So because the people are aware, that's why I'm confident any type of primaries adopted, we will have victory. But we insist on direct primaries because we want the voice of the people to be recognized. God is my Godfather. God is the ultimate. God has directed every single step I've taken. God has directed you here. God has directed all our moves, has directed us all the way to the presidency, to all the top people in the country, to all the organs of the party. We have been around grassroots. We have been from under the trees to the bad infrastructure. We've seen everything. We've crossed the ferries. We've done whatever we have. We've attempted to broker peace. All of this can only be possible by the will of God. That's all. So God has directed everything. God is our Godfather, and I know because of that, we have won. I'm confident to say that I invite you, Legit News, to come to our inauguration on 27th of January 2020.